What's going on, guys? Sharpshot here. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. So for today's video, we're going to be going over 6 things you probably didn't know about Vittorio Toscano's new teachable perk, Potential Energy. Potential Energy is basically self-care, but for generators, where 1.5% of gen repair would convert to 1% or 1 stack of Potential Energy. And you can gain up to a max of 20 stacks, which after that, you can decide to release all of the stacks at once for an immediate progression of the gen with however many stacks you have. So if you have all 20 stacks, that would convert to an automatic 20% gen progress. And if you lose a health state while you have potential energy stacks, you lose all of the stacks. And if you fail a skill check on a gen while working on potential energy, you only lose some of the stacks. This perk has a lot of interesting and unique interactions with all the different survivor and killer perks in DBD. So for today's video, we'll be going over 6 of those interactions, with some of them having a bunch of perks in their category. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video. The first thing you probably didn't know about potential energy is that it counters Merciless Storm. If Merciless Storm skill checks start to pop up and you have some saved potential energy stacks, you can actually apply them in the middle of the Merciless Storm skill checks to complete the generator and completely negate the rest of the Merciless Storm skill checks. So if you do this, you can actually completely avoid the really annoying Merciless Storm skill checks, which can be pretty useful.
And there you have it. The end. Fuck this goddamn game.
The second thing you probably didn't know about potential energy is that it works with all of the failed skill check perks. There are really only 2 in this category, but the first one is Technician. If you run Technician and you fail a skill check, the gen explosion is silent, but you don't lose progress on the generator, you lose progress on your potential energy stacks instead. And the extra 3% regression penalty still applies on the potential energy stack, so you lose 3% more. And if a teammate of yours is working on a gen with you and running corrective action and you fail a skill check, you don't actually lose any potential energy stacks because the failed skill check converts to a good skill check with corrective action. It's even better than Technician in the sense that the gen doesn't even explode, it doesn't regress, and it's completely silent. Who knew corrective action would actually come into handy one day? The third thing that you probably didn't know about potential energy is that only some gen explosion perks counter it. With Jolt, the gen explodes and loses progress, but you don't get kicked off the generator and don't lose any potential energy stacks. So Jolt doesn't counter potential energy at all. With Eruption, the gen explodes and loses its progress, and you get kicked off the gen and lose potential energy stacks. So Eruption definitely counters potential energy. And with Pain Res, the gen explodes and loses progress, and you get kicked off the gen, but you don't lose any potential energy stacks. So Pain Res doesn't counter potential energy. The fourth thing you probably didn't know about potential energy is that it works with all repair speed perks. This goes for the perks that are applied through your teammates or perks that you run on your own build. If the perk gives you a faster repair speed, if you're working on potential energy stacks, you're also going to be gaining those stacks faster, and these perks can even stack together. For example, the fastest I ever got potential energy stacks was comboing Soul Survivor, Resilience, and Overzealous with a Hex Totem. There's 2 perks that work getting applied through your teammates. With Prove Thyself, if you're working on a gen with a teammate, you're going to get the Prove Thyself bonus on your potential energy stacks. With Quick Gambit, if a teammate is looping the killer near a gen you're working on, you're also going to get the Quick Gambit bonus progression. And there's 5 perks that work through getting applied on your own build. With Resilience, if you're injured and working on a gen, you're going to benefit from the bonus repair speed there. With Spine Chill, if the killer is directly looking at you while working on a gen, you're going to get the repair speed there. With Overzealous, if you cleanse a totem and you work on a gen, you're going to benefit from that repair speed. With Object of Obsession, when you see the killer's aura, you'll benefit from that gen speed. And with Soul Survivor, if you're the last survivor alive, you'll benefit from that gen speed. The fifth thing you probably didn't know about potential energy is that it works with toolboxes. Kind of like the repair speed perks we talked about in number 4. Toolboxes also make you gain potential energy stacks even faster, but I wouldn't really recommend doing this because each potential energy stack consumes 1.5 charges of the toolbox, which will completely melt through any toolbox really fast. And it also works with brand new parts, which is extremely overkill because you only need 2 skill checks of the 3 to fully max out your 20 stacks. Finally, the 6th thing that you probably didn't know about potential energy is that it works with all great skill check perks. If you hit a great skill check while working on potential energy stacks, you're going to be able to get value out of all the other great skill check perks on your build. With Fogwise, you're still going to be able to see the killer's aura when you hit a great skill check. With Hyperfocus, you're going to be able to get a small boost in how fast you gain your potential energy stacks. With this is not happening, if you're injured, you're still going to get the bigger great skill check zones. If you have some stakeout stacks, any good skill checks you get in your potential energy will also convert to great skill checks. And Fast Track will also give you bonus progress if you have tokens saved up. So yeah, guys, those are the 6 things things you probably didn't know about potential energy. Comment down below any other interesting things you found out about this perk. And if you want to see a video like this, but for other perks and the interesting interactions that perk has with the other DBD perks, make sure to comment down below what perks you want to see. So yeah, guys, that's been the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you're new. This has been Sharpshaw, and I will see you guys in the next video.